Morning, Giorgio. Ooh. I don't need that anymore, so there's really no reason. I didn't know you could get one without a weapon in it. Brigand Spirit Affinity. Seems like maybe I should build a Wixwell team on my main account too, huh? Since even my unkillable team on the main account can fail from time to time. I hate this. Alright, so we got 20 minutes until live arena, which we'll do on the free-to-play. So until then, I'm going to kill time in Cursed City. I don't think I can do... I could probably do this now. Let's find out. Or not. I'm really confused. Oh, can she not? Anymore? I don't know. That's a little weird. Good afternoon, John. How you doing? Must be afternoon for you, because it is morning for me. Nice, nice. I've been toying with the idea of doing a referral account for the free-to-play. I'm trying to get Chronom. My main account used the free-to-play challenge as a referral. Honestly, the biggest problem I have making referrals is just the amount of effort that goes into making it so that it works, you know? If that makes sense. I'm trying to find the right words for it, but you know, like having to go and use another computer or a phone or something to set up the account type thing. It's more laziness than anything else. Roadblock, I have a question. How does the Faction Guardians work? Because I have a +9 for Undead and +3 for Dark Elves, but my champs are getting the extra speed from the Faction Guardians. Okay. So Faction Guardians works like this. So for Skinwalkers, I've got a full thing, right? So Faction Guardians, this only applies to rares. So if I got this +3 extra speed, it would only apply to my rare champions that are Skinwalkers. Okay? And here, same thing. This only applies to epics. So any epic Skinwalker you have will only get these buffs. And these only apply to legendaries. So any legendaries you have will get these buffs. So the best way to tell if they're getting the speed or not is you go into here and we're looking at Faction Guardian, or we're looking at Skinwalkers, right? So you'll see Faction Guardians speed +10. So that's what you're looking for. If you're seeing that +10, they're getting the speed. But there's no reason that in the game that if you have this properly filled out, that a Skinwalker wouldn't get the +10 because it's built into the game. So there's something that you're missing, respectfully, but there's something that you're missing. Yeah. So for example, if I go Sacred Order, I only have the 10% HP. So if I go, but what's up, Myth Chaser? But I do have all of this filled out. However, legendaries, I only have the HP. So if I go Faction Guardians for a Sacred Order, we'll just do Sacred Order. And so we go to my legendary Sacred Order, and he gets extra HP from Faction Guardians, but nothing else. But if we look at Godseeker, who is also Sacred Order, she gets everything because the epics are filled out in that row. So now, why do people say Faction Guardians over Empowerment? Which is the way that I agree with that assessment. It is the way that you should do it, in my opinion. And that's because this is benefiting the entire faction. So let's say, so if we look at who I have in it, I've only got, like, I could have a +3 Snick track. Actually, no, I could have a +4 Snick track if I wanted to, right? But then my Sun Wukong is weaker. Then my Ragash is weaker. My Longbeard is weaker. You know, if you look at that faction and every champion that you have in that faction. So my Gwendolyn would be weaker. Longbeard would be weaker. If I leveled them to Mija and Razelbarg, my Nishak would be weaker. Everybody would be weaker. So it's better in the long run to go Faction Guardians. It may not seem like it when you're on a free-to-play or a new account and you're not generating that many legendaries, but it will pick up at some point. Gotcha. Yeah, you only had 10 to 10 for epics. Got it. There's really epic music in Centranos, huh? I've never noticed it before because I don't really play Centranos with the headphones on. I'm waiting to get more Demon Lord epic dupes as I have 4 allures, but too much loss in Guardian to use them to +3 one per at the moment. Yeah, that makes sense. Am I ready for tomorrow's Void ×2? Absolutely I am. However, I won't be streaming or playing tomorrow. I mean, I'll probably play when I get home. So I'm taking my kids to go. Well, I don't want to say it too loud, but because we don't want to commit to something, but we've got plans. My wife and I have plans tomorrow to do something fun. So we'll be taking the kids to do something fun. So I'll not be doing that tomorrow, but Saturday night. I'm going to announce this in the video that I recorded today, but Saturday night, I will be pulling my voids on the free-to-play only. They do. They probably already heard it and are just pretending like they didn't. They're like, why did Daddy get so quiet all of a sudden? But Saturday night, I'm gonna stream. I'll pull shards. Can you wait till Saturday, Pazilek? I'll pull yours. It's okay if you can't. I didn't read the whole thing. The ×10 does go for the whole weekend, right? Or is there only a certain day for the ×10 on the chick? Because I want her bad, but I'm not pulling her. I'm not pulling voids anymore. From Friday to Sunday. Yeah, okay. I wanted her to be a guaranteed legendary. I'm not pulling her on a 10x. I'm not pulling for her on a 10x. You don't have to know your Mercy. I'll still pull them for you if you want me to. My Mercy, if you don't want to pull them, like, that's totally fine. I'm not trying to force you into nothing. My Mercy on the main account, or is this the free-to-play? So the free-to-play, I've pulled 56 voids. Never pulled a void legendary, by the way. On the main account, I'm only 14 into Mercy. I pulled Aleel on my last time out, and he needs a buff. I've gotten so many on the main account. I've gotten so many void legendaries that are. Why am I not autoing this? That need buffs. Like if we look at every void legendary that I have on the account, like she needed a buff, right? She got one, but she needed it. Sorry, let's filter this to legendaries. Vitreous needed a buff. He got one, but he's still kind of niche. Aleel needed a buff, right? Needs a buff. Free legendary, like Tamesia and Bellinor, like Bellinor has fallen off. Gurgo is terrible. Tamesia is great. I just don't have the need for an HP burn champion at the moment. Like, she's great. It's just not champion that I needed when I got her. I had Artak, I had Tila, I had Mordecai. It's just, you know, the necessity of this. Oh, also Angar needed a buff. He got one, and now I don't use him anymore because of Archer Queen. But like even Supreme Elhain, well, that's a fusion, so that one doesn't even count. It's like I don't think I've pulled, other than Baron and Acrizia. I can't complain too much. I can't complain too much. I did pull a Baron and Acrizia, but still, that's the only two Void legendaries I've pulled out of, you know, Void legendaries where there's the cream of the crop. Those are the only two that I've pulled that those two, sorry, yeah, so Acrizia, Baron, and Tamesia are the only three that I've pulled that are like in high regard on the account or on the game. And I agree, Acrizia does make up for it. Your Warlord is 258 speed and your Arbiter is only 296. She's slow. I need to speed her up, but have been super unlucky. I would recommend, if you don't already have it, try out the Hell Hades Optimizer, and here's why. So, I needed to speed up a champion. I think it was my Pythion, yeah. And something I didn't realize is that the protection set, you actually get 12% speed on a 3-piece there. So there are ways to get extra speed that you may not think of, right? I didn't think about the protection set. I'm sitting there looking for speed sets and all those things. So they told me to do the same thing here on Arbiter. And this was actually faster than running 2 speed sets. And you'd say, like, what do you mean? A speed set is 12% speed on a 2-piece. Yeah, but these had really high speed on the base items as well, right? You'll see I had a pre-roll and then 2-stack. So that's basically a 3-roll. This is a 3-roll on speed. So this actually ended up being more speed than what this would have been. I'm also curious. So Supersonic, a 3-piece of Supersonic. Yeah, so I only have 1 Supersonic piece. Let me equip. Yeah, I only have 1 Supersonic piece, unfortunately. Because that would be tempting to do. Put some Supersonic down here and get an extra 10% speed if I could find a Supersonic gloves. Which I keep any Supersonic that has plus speed on it. And obviously I got lucky. I got speed on the boots here. The banner is even pretty low, but I think it's the only one that has substatus speed. Because this one didn't roll. Not the only one. I could re-roll some of this stuff, but it is also accuracy, which I don't really need. You can see my accuracy on her is really, really low. Oh, wait. Sorry. This is accuracy. This one's HP. What do you think? What do you think? Let's go 12 here and see what we get. Flat attack. Triple roll flat attack. Really, really sucks. I will rework this, and if it doesn't give me anything else, I'm going to sell it. I'm looking for it to get speed right here. HP. Nope. So here's another one with speed. Let's see what we can get. All right, there you go. This is why you roll stuff, right? I'll take it to 16. And I get an 8. Money. Sweet. So now my Arbiter is 343 speed. Blazing fast. Your only Lego is Emic? Your only Void Lego is Emic? The reason I say that is because you don't have Arbiter yet? Like, Arbiter's Void Legendary. You know what I mean? When you get Mithrala, she's a Void Legendary. Yakarl's a Void Legendary. Vizix is a Void Legendary. Lydia, who eventually you get for free, is a Void Legendary. So there's a lot of Void Legendaries out there. That's why I'm asking, like, you know, are you sure? Oh, you pulled a... See, that's what confused me, because Emic was a fusion. So that's why I assumed you got him from the fusion and didn't pull him from shards. That's my mistake for making such a bad assumption. All right, we got 1 minute until live arena. I do want to continue to do a little bit of Cursed City, though. So I can't do this. I can't do this, because this game is dumb. I can do this, though. I think I actually need Claude here, but I'm going to go Ugo. I think I have to manual this one. Oh, I do, because of effing. That's why I need Claude. I hate this guy. And I have to manual this. I feel like the last time I did that, I just put rings on everybody. I don't like doing that. I just hate it. It's so dumb. I get that it works. It's just dumb. That's smart, Pazerlex, waiting for 1+1. Ugh, Curse City is just so dumb, man. I hate it so much. It's not that it's hard, it's just artificially hard. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's just annoying. And I get it for a game that's been out for 5 years. Their theory is like, okay, everyone has champions. This will be easy, well, let's have to level some champions that they don't normally use. But then you give me a fight against the ice spider and no HP burners that I have on my account. Or sorry, and then yeah, you don't give me any burners other than like extremely rare ones that I don't have built or I don't have at all. It's just like this artificial challenge. Hold on. Am I that dumb? Does block revive work on the frostbiter? Not gonna lie, didn't think it did. I'm really that dumb. Do you think I can win the speed battle without using my speed battle stuff? I don't think I can, so I gotta ban Tormund. Well, okay then. I have learned a new strategy for Ice Spider. Well, that was close. This is what I mean. I either need to go all in on your Carl as a nuker, or keep a little bit of extra for freeze. I don't know what to do. Oh, get out of here, man. I'm either faster or I'm not. My Arbiter on this account is only like 290. Or sorry, 305. But my Armands is really slow. He's only 226. I just don't have the silver right now to rework my Armands is really the issue here. Because, like, if I do, even by equipped, right, and I go substats, speed, and accuracy with prioritizing speed and prioritizing accuracy, taking off set filters. I don't want to take off Geomancer's gear, right? Armands has the fastest shield with the highest accuracy. So then we don't do shield, right? So we already know we have the best shield. I don't want to look at any more shields. Not going to mess with Geomancer. So here we've got gloves. He's got the best gloves other than Wixwell, but I'm not going to mess with Wixwell stuff. So we go weapon. I'm not going to mess with Newt. Not going to mess with Wixwell. We have a better chest here. Let's see, it's slower. Like, it's more accuracy, but it's slower. In fact, why don't we just do this? Let's prioritize speed only. Not even accuracy. Let's just look for faster. So, we're good on shield. So I lose 18 accuracy, but I gain no speed. It's the same amount of speed. The exact same amount of speed, so there's no reason to make that swap. Got the weapon here. So we would gain 4 speed. And for 10 accuracy. But it is in a protection set, which does add value. So let's do fitting room. And let's try this on. And here we've got speed and accuracy. This would same speed and that I currently have, but less accuracy. However, let's try it on. So we don't need those. What happened to that chest piece that I saw earlier? Oh, it was an accuracy chest. That's why it's not showing up. Let's only take it to 12. Okay. Well, let's take that to 16 now. Didn't cost much either. There we go. 252 speed. So that's a big speed jump. And we gained accuracy because we went with an accuracy chest. And then I'm not going to use a big boy speed on it. I'm just going to go for 3. Okay, well. There's my 3. There we go. I'll definitely do a little bit of extra accuracy too. Matt, I'm gonna answer that question in just a second. Give me a minute to... No! Oh, no! Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We know what set it was. So, this is your fault, Matt. I blame you. I'm just kidding. It was definitely this weapon. This helmet. And then that accuracy chest. And there we go. So we're at 261 speed with 475 accuracy. So that's really, really good. And now what I want to do is what speed set items have speed and accuracy on them. I mean, we'll include equipped, but and it's got to be yeah, so I don't have any, so I'm looking for like shield or gloves. What about primary stat speed with accuracy substat? I mean, these are 6-star speed. These are just plain faster. Well, I wonder. All right, so just for the sake of better understanding, so if we try these on, and then give me that shield again, this is a net gain in speed. So even though the boots would be slower, we're up to 270 speed now. So that's a net gain in speed right there. Alright, so leave the fitting room. And then... That's a triple roll. Like, I don't think I'm going to beat that triple roll. But I have to level the other boots still. And that would be these guys. So level these up. Wow, that took a lot of silver. That was not nice to me. But I'm committed now, so... And then this shield. That's 14 more speed. We did lose a bunch of accuracy, it looks like, but... A little bit of enchanting. Make some of it back. I think I'll do one more of those. There we go. Alright, 270 speed now on my Armands. I don't think I can get any faster. No, the only other speed boots would be the one that are on Arbiter. And I'm not taking those off of her. Doesn't make sense. He gets banned most of the time, so my fastest speed gear needs to stay on Arbiter, not on Armands. But you can see, I bet if I was to take this 3-piece set and rotate that over to Arbiter, it might actually increase her speed more. But I mean, she is 305, and for my level, that's pretty fast. And the 270 is really fast. What's my Deacon? Yeah, 222. Okay. Morning, Vodka. So, Matt, I'm going to read your question now. Hey, Roadblock, how's it going? Might be a stupid question, but am I right of thinking crit damage scales off attack? So no point in having high crit damage if you have low attack. Or whatever their damage is based on. Defense for defense-based nukers, etc. So, yes and no. Because of the way crit damage is... Like, you got to think about it like this. Crit damage... It's percent, right? So if I crit, I do 239% more damage. So could I create a, like, for example, if I was to take Sun Wukong and put attack percent gloves on him that somehow managed to also have 8% crit rate, but I lose all that crit damage, but I gain the attack. But that build right there does 65% less damage. Now, am I going to gain 65% worth of attack? No, I'm not. No, crit damage just scales so much better. There's apparently a formula, according to Vodka. I'm not familiar with it, but generally speaking, I'm going for crit damage on my gloves, crit damage on my neck, and then I do whatever I can to make it work. But theoretically, if you've got attack percent on your chest, and then some attack percent in your gear, you should be okay. Don't forget to give Ursula some shoes. I didn't actually take Ursula's shoes. I was using Ursula's shoes as an example because they were 5-star. And the shoes that I wanted to put on Armands were not leveled. So I wanted to calculate if I put 5-star speed boots on Armands and then put a speed shield on Armands, how much total speed would that give me? So I didn't actually take her boots. I only tested what 5-star speed boots, because they're the same, right? 40 speed. Before I leveled these, I wanted to make sure that they were worth leveling. Little trick there. There's only a few good champs that you would rather have attack percent gloves instead of crit damage. Yeah, that's going to be your bombers, really. At 300 crit damage, you need about 7,500 attack to get full value out of it. 6k attack, 250% crit damage. The main champs that you would want to focus attack over crit damage is bomb champs. Yeah, like, yep, sorry. I didn't get to read it yet, but I did say it first. Good to know, thanks, yeah. Like, I'm definitely under attack for my Yakarl, but it's also stuff that I can increase over time in other ways. I really need to think about what I want to do with my Yakarl. Not gonna lie. But I just don't have the silver anymore. Like, I'm already down sub 500k. I need to do a proper gear cleanse. But let's get back into the arena here and see if my faster Armands makes a difference. He'll probably just get banned for the rest of the night. Or day. Now I'm worried that my Deacon is too slow. Maybe I just stop using Deacon. I need to rebuild Ultimate Death Knight, too. You can collect them right away. They don't expire. Like, you'll go over the cap, but then you're not refreshing your daily amount. Right? You get, like, what, 50 multi-battles a day? If you pop 2 multi-battle things and you're at, like... Sorry, 1 second. And you're at... Like, if you're at 75 multi-battles, you're going to stay there, but you're not getting that 50 refresh every day. No, it doesn't have a cap. You can have... Well, I mean, I'm sure it has, like, 999 cap or something like that. But they're gonna... Your 50 a day that you get doesn't stack. So... I'll have to... I can explain it to you better. Let me go... So right now, I don't have any used on this account, right? So if I go into dungeons, I go to Dragon Slayer, and I've got my 50 multi-battles right there. Right? Oh, sorry, I'm doing it on stage 2. That's not unlocked. So there's my 50 multi-battles right there. If I pop one of these 25s... or 50s, that'll put me at 100. That won't go below 100. Like, when the day resets, it'll stay at 100, okay? But I'm slowly... So then I'm at 100 multi-battles. And let's say that I use my multi-battles the way I normally do every day. So I come through, and I do multi-battles in Doom Tower. I don't know if those count or not. Do multi-battles in Faction Wars. I do multi-battles in the dungeon, and I use 25 of those. So now I'm at 75. Then the following day, reset happens. The 50 doesn't happen because I'm at 75, and then I use another 25 multi-battles. Now I'm back down to 50. But I used saved resources instead of using the resources I get every day. If I only use 25 multi-battles a day, going over 50 doesn't matter. You want to use the free ones that you get. And then these are available to me when I say, okay, I need to do 250 runs of Dragon for Clan v Clan or for whatever event is going on, like a fusion or something like that. Then I have them saved up instead of only doing 50 each day. I'm not saying you have to use 50 a day. I'm saying that if I if I took all of these 50 and stacked them on my account, eventually I will burn through all of them and have none left. And so then an event comes up and I want to run 200 multi battles, but I only get 50 a day. And then I don't have any more saved up. So these are, I use these. I actually do. It looks like I don't. But say there's a tournament that comes up as part of a fusion. So right now we have a dragon tournament. So I need to use 2,750 energy at 20 energy a pop. That's 100 runs. So I would need to use an extra multi battles to get that done. Theoretically, you'll get enough multi battles from stuff over time that you can just stay above that 50. But you can go. I mean, we've got. You can go through these really quick. So I save them. If there's something like a 3-day or whatever, I'll pop them. But truth be told, uh, yeah, exactly. Sorry, John said it perfect. Principle is same as energy cap. If you're higher than the cap, your refresh stops until you drop below it. So yeah. The other thing too is I don't have to use multi battles. I have RSL helper. So that actually will just run the game for me instead of using multi battles. Did I pop my other one on the main account? Let me look real quick. Or no, I guess I didn't do the Dungeon Divers one either on this account. This Dungeon Diver, this is too expensive. I don't care that there's a really good faction unity champ in the summon pool. I don't feel like spending 5,000, 6,000 energy just to get a chance. A 6% chance. That 1/4% chance will be the guy that I want. Although Korrigar I'd like to. Or Blizzard I'd like to. I've pulled plenty of legendaries from Prisms, but I've also spent money on Prisms. I'll never do it again. If the time ever comes where I get rid of this account, we need to come up with a new person to put in here other than Deacon. I think it's Ultimate Death Knight, but I'd have to completely rebuild him, and I can't afford it. But Deacon being slower than my Armands, just why do I have a Deacon? You know what I mean? Like, there's just no reason to have him in this build. Oh yeah, defense down. You're right. Thank you. The very obvious. I should have let Sun Wukong revive on his own. Now that I think about it. It's actually a mistake to revive Sun Wukong there. Hopefully they kill my Arbiter. No. Okay. I just need Arbiter to live a couple turns and let Sun Wukong come back to life with full HP or full turn meter. Oh, he's dead because of her fucking, yeah. I threw that game. Just habit. Increase resistance. Interesting. Am I about to see a bunch of stone skin? No. Oh, was that the same guy? Come on, queue up again. Come on, pal. Come on, buddy. Come Buddy, old pal. I'm sure he's like, all right, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait 30 seconds. I want to make a super, like, pay to win account. We can't afford it, of course, but if I was ever to get in a position, like if I won the lottery, I would make a super pay to win account, but put like free to play something in the title. But so like I go into a free to play, but I show up with like Taras Marishka, Narcisse, and Korra. It'd be so mean. It's so funny. Gory could be good in Fire Night Hard. Before they introduced a whole bunch of more viable champions, Gory was heavily considered for. I've played this guy before. I lose this fight anyways. Gory, when Fire Night Hard was first announced, people were like, this Gory guy could potentially be pretty good. So I'm about to embarrass myself because I don't know what. I know I can't kill Galathier. I already know I can't. I just don't understand the mechanic behind it. Okay, I can. I don't know. I played a Galathier the other day, and every time I went to kill him, he just lived. Like, it didn't make sense to me. So I don't know what I need to do to kill that guy, but apparently I did it this time, so... I didn't bother to look at his kit. Yeah, so let's look at Gory's kit. Like again, it's not perfect, but it was at the time before Newt and before some of the other champions that we ended up getting. Gory has a 3x hitter with a chance to freeze, 100% chance to freeze. So obviously it's not on an A1, right? So it's not perfect, but it is an option that you can use because it is a triple hitter with freeze. So this doesn't work because he's never actually frozen. So the counterattack mechanic and all that stuff doesn't matter, but Oboro is really good. Check out Ash's video that just came out. But this hits really hard and it'll attack all enemies if under 4 or more debuffs, which in Hydra they are. And she pairs very well with Lady Mikage, because Lady Mikage will team up with a random ally from the Shadowkin faction, and they'll use their A1. So Oboro will use her A1, which is an AoE hit, and it hits hard. It also can place decreased defense as well. So Ash just did a video on her, and I've been hearing other content creators talking about Oboro and her power level for Hydra being pretty good. We're not talking Trunda level, but certainly viable. I mean, he was using her in Brutal and doing probably about as much damage as what Acrizia could do. Which sounds steep, but Acrizia has a limit on her damage. Regular damage dealers do not. Give me 1 second. You good? You need any help? Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole video because I didn't see it until right before I went to bed. But I was like, I heard who was it? Two other content creators did a collab and they were talking about Oboro. And I was like, okay, something's up with Oboro, but they didn't say what. They just said that she's really good for Hydra. And I'm thinking like, okay, so she's good if you don't have X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah. And then I watched Ash's video and I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah. And the pairing with Mikage makes a lot of sense. Obviously, I don't have Mikage. What do I need for Mikage on this account? I'm really tired of not having her. I need guys. We want this. If we when I pull Shard, when I pull these on Saturday, when I pull these 30, hopefully 31 or 2, these voids, we want rares, and we want these frickin' rares. We want Armentine Skeleton, and we want Vanguard. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So the multipliers are higher, would be theoretically higher on a single target hit, and then you're taking a single target hit and making it an AoE, but all single target hits. So it's not technically an AoE hit; it's a single target hit on each one. Then you do things like what's it called, Hex. That's probably gonna have multipliers there, right? Mm. That makes a lot of sense. The suffering's damage reduction part. Do I have her on this account? She's a void epic, so probably not. What did I just... Oh my god, I clicked too fast. I'm so upset right now. I'm so mad. Are you kidding me? I'm so mad. Why am I even saving these? I hate this game. Ah, I have a Bora on this account. That's cool. I need to turn that into a YouTube short. That was pretty funny. But I do have her on this account. Where is she? I just couldn't find her. For 3 turns, wow. Oh yeah, and you can build her for 70% because she self-buffs. And again, if you're running her with Mikage, you're getting buff extension. Not too bad. Alright, sorry. Let's go back to Live Arena before we run out of time. We've still got 3 more to go. Oh, yeah, no, I only want to pull when it's ascended chances. But honestly, look, you have to... I think the problem with souls is that if you're not a spender, you have to have the appropriate mindset about souls. And that is that they are just extra. People seem to forget that this game, that you could beat all of the content just fine without souls. And you could beat all of the content just fine without gear ascension. And all the other added mechanics that they've done. I don't worry about that stuff anymore. I just don't. It's like, on this account, it's like, okay, I don't have a soul for my champion, whatever. They still do the thing that the champion does. Could they do it better if they had a full soul? Absolutely, but they don't. So that's life. I can't undo that. My hope is that their Sun Wukong can't beat me. There's no way banning any of their speed champions. They're gonna win the speed race. There's no doubt about it. I just have to hope the Sun Wukong is weaker than their Ronda. It's really my only hope. Yeah. And he was not. But I don't win that fight. There's nothing I can do. There's no banning I could have done to have won that fight. Maybe if I banned the Shu Zhen because their Arbiter was surprisingly slow. So I know that now. If I run into that guy again, I know the Shu Zhen is the weak point there. Cancer Arena? What? I'm confused. Oh, you mean Live Arena? No, I don't mind Live Arena. I really don't. The only thing I hate about Live Arena is that I can only do it at set times. I think that's what causes it to be a problem, because the only people doing it are people that are diehard about it and say, okay, I'm going to be on it this time. I'm going to do Live Arena. So the level of skill is just naturally higher. You're not going to have people that have base attack gear on their champions, or flat stats and all that kind of really slow arbiters and things like that. Like, you're going to run into people that know what they're doing, because otherwise people aren't going to do Live Arena. I have to just hope I can win the speed battle here, because I don't think if Taras gets a turn, I just lose. So, my only option. What's up, HyperX? How you doing? I feel like you've been in here before. I haven't seen you in a while, though. All right. I still don't know that we completely win the speed battle here, so we need this to... Okay, that's good. Yeah, we decreased enough turn meter. We really need the freeze to proc on Taras. Yep. Sweet! That's why we keep your Carl freezing people. All right, one more live arena. Yeah, I just have to hope I'm fast enough, and I lose. Despite the rebuild on my Armands, he's not going to be fast enough here. Yes, I fully booked Wixwell. So yes, I fully booked up Wixwell. I actually did it on purpose to try and pass Magic Affinity the other day. It was in a video that I did the other day. My team was struggling on Magic Affinity. I have fixed it. My Armand's build. I just showed it, but I don't think you were here. I just actually rebuilt him. So my Armand's is only 270 speed. When we're talking arena, that's a problem. That's great everywhere else in the game. When we're talking arena, he's too slow. I made him faster today by putting on this protection gear and then this speed set. So this is as fast as I'm able to get him right now. I'm sure you're saying, well, why don't you put him in more speed gear or perception gear or something? Because I don't have it. So this was the better option for me at the moment. Accuracy chest with a double speed roll. And then triple speed on the shield. Because remember, I still need accuracy. I can't just make him fast. I have to have speed and accuracy. So here we've got speed and accuracy roll on the gauntlets. But I was looking at my filters and I was doing like, okay, what are the fastest gloves that I have that also have accuracy, hide set filters? And these gloves are the same speed but less accuracy. So if I do equipped, you'll see I actually have the fastest gloves on him because none of these are coming off, right? So these gloves are the same speed, but these gloves have more accuracy, and that's what he's wearing. Because I'm not going to take anything off of these three champions because these are more important. Any thoughts on the Instinct set? The Instinct set is a great set. There were a couple reasons why I'm not going for it this time. One, when this challenge started, I was out of town. So I was already going to be 3 days behind on the challenge. Two, it only ignores 20% of defense. There's better gear that does that. You've got Merciless that ignores 35%. Obviously, you need a 6-piece for that, but Merciless is still better. Then you have Lethal, and you have Savage. That's what I said, 25%. Maybe I misspoke, but yes, I know they're 25% for Lethal and Savage. The Freak, mine has like 52k HP, 3.1k defense, 2.3k attack, 235 speed, and 350 accuracy with 75 crit rate and 175 crit damage. Should I replace his accuracy chest for HP and some speed? Who? Are we talking about Armands? No. You want... Look, Armand's whole... This is the same thing that I ran into with my account takeover yesterday. This is such a common way of thinking, and it's logical. It is a logical way of thinking. Well, what happens if, right? What happens if they get a turn? What happens if they resist? What happens if I need to have survivability? No. If the if happens, you lose. So in my account takeover that I did yesterday, somebody had Baron, and they had their Baron had survivability stats on it, which makes sense. Baron is super squishy, but Baron is not meant to be in a team where he takes a hit. Unless he dies and you revive him with full turn beater, which is a strategy I've seen with Cardinal. Baron is meant to be a go first nuker that kills everybody on the enemy team. Like that's, so if you're going into a fight and you're like, well, what if Baron doesn't kill everybody? Then don't use Baron. Use a different go second champion or something like that. So that's the kind of stuff, like, it's the same thing with Armands. Armands doesn't need HP. He doesn't need defense. He doesn't need survivability. If Armands doesn't do what Armands does, you're going to lose. That's just plain and simple. If he doesn't control the enemy team with this amazing broken ability, then you don't win the fight. Or you still win the fight through other means, but a little extra HP, a little extra defense on Armands is not going to matter. The only link I would have for creating a new account is if I did the referral. I give you a referral link. You want a referral link? You can level stuff up. You can get me a sacred shard, get me some void shards. I'll take it. But nah, you don't have to. I'm just joking. Okay. Why won't it work? Or is it just copying it? I feel like there's a reason I shouldn't do that. I'm about to post this in the chat. Is there a problem that I'm not seeing? If anybody uses that link, will they just fill this up? Like if 3 of you used it, like do I need a different link for each and every one of you? Peter, are you in my Discord? well, let me see. So yeah, it just copied the same referral link, so whatever. There's the link for my Discord. I would have just messaged him it in Discord, but I don't really care. Like I don't think it can do any harm. It's just a referral code. It's just one of those things like I don't understand why other content creators wouldn't do that. And then that's why I'm like wondering, is there something I'm not seeing? Because who is it? Like there are definitely content creators that wouldn't do that. I need a level of Fenix for this. I would move on from Apothecary. I don't know how evolved your account is, but I do think you're probably been around long enough to move on from Apothecary. Also, Great Hall doesn't give speed, except in the area bonuses. Is there an arena one? I didn't look. No. Cool. Sounds good, Peter. Welcome to the Discord. Now you just need to become a member of the channel. Then I can do an account takeover for you. Not that you need one. Just... okay, hold on. Let me go back to this. Okay, how to make champions faster. Using the appropriate gear. So you'll see I'm all speed gear here, right? Perception's an option. There's also the other set, the righteous set, which is probably better. God damn it. Well, okay, not better because it's only 10% speed. So speed set's 12%, right? So something that you're gonna eventually come to realize is that if you're in a point where you need Apothecary's heals to make it through a fight, you're probably shouldn't be doing that fight, or you have a better option. So I'm going to show you this. So this is my clan boss team. Yes, I have some healing from Godseeker, but it's not a lot at all. And you'll see that you know, this is a shield based team. Oh yeah, you did show me that. I don't think their gear is near yours, Mr. Vodka. And I'm not saying that Apothecary is bad, but I am guilty of this, where I held on to these champions that are pushed as being really, really good. I held on to them for a really, really long time. And I didn't need to be holding on to them. Like, this is recent. This is a recent revelation. Like, I had Pythion. I put Pythion by default in any team that I made on my main account. I was like, okay, well, I need a healer and I need a reviver. And then I made a team where I didn't. And that team was faster and better. And the whole reason that I brought Pythion was just a wasted space that could have been used for a different damage dealer. Like, for example, my Fire Knight team now, my Fire Knight hard team, doesn't use any healers at all. But for the longest time, I was like, Pythion's so good. He has a double hitter, and he brings block debuffs, and he can make everyone live. And no, the code is not on the Discord. I put the code in the chat. If you scroll up on the chat, you'll see there's like a little half paragraph that I wrote. It's just the cut and paste of the promo code, or not the promo code, but the reference code. So I'm not saying that Apothecary isn't good for you right now, but if you're looking at Apothecary as a healer, he's not. Because it's a single target heal, and unless you're using him to heal an ultimate Death Knight on Spider, there are very few scenarios where you're going to have one target that you're trying to heal. So this has very, very little healing, and I survived. I mean, obviously people died at the end. That's the nature of this fight. But my point is, Apothecary in that team doesn't help. And granted, that's the mechanics of the team, but I've had Apothecary on this account. Like, look at, this is my Apothecary's gear. This gear has been on him since I started playing the game. I 6-starred Apothecary, never even bothered to level up his gear, and replaced him almost immediately. This is I have 2 major regrets on this account for champions that I leveled. Apothecary and Frozen Banshee. I wish I never 6-starred either one of these champions. And I totally understand that the situation was different, because at the time, I needed whatever these champions were going to bring, and didn't take advantage of it. Yeah. 137 speed is what my Apothecary was. I never even put gear on Frozen Banshee. I 6-starred her. We can go back and look at the videos, but I'm pretty sure I got her, I 6-starred her, and then the next day I think I pulled like Venom Mage or something. Or Geomancer. And I was like, well, so much for Frozen Banshee. Take everything I'm saying with a giant grain of salt, because obviously certain things happened on this account where I had just amazing pulls that not everyone is going to have. Apothecary is great, but the moment that you get Arbiter, she's just better. 30% turn meter fill. Same, so he only does 15 turn meter fill. Yes, he brings increased speed. See who else does. I probably don't have that many others that bring increased speed for the whole team. Yeah. So I mean, that is something that Apothecary does that not a lot of other people can do. He does bring the increased speed to give you that speed over time. He does bring the triple hitter. But with the direction that the game has gone and the scaling up that it has done, I just don't think he's somebody that look, if you're a month into the game, and I don't know how far you are into the game. I know who you are, but the kicker for me is this: like, at a certain point, Apothecary falls off, and he falls off hard. And your argument that he's really good in faction wars is legitimate, but he's in the same exact faction as Arbiter. Are you really going to run both Arbiter and... Do you need to run both Arbiter and Apothecary? Or is one speed booster enough? Or turn meter booster enough? You know what I'm saying? And it's so easy to get Arbiter now. It really is. People were doing it in the free-to-play challenge. And some of them did it on the backs of an Apothecary. I'm not saying Apothecary is bad. I'm saying that for a casual player, after a certain amount of time, I feel like your Apothecary is going to fall off, and the investment into him needs to be less. Now, would Apothecary have fallen off so quickly on this account if I didn't pull some of the champions that I pulled? No, probably not. Apothecary was a staple on my main account of my clan boss team. Like, he made that team function. He was extremely effective and useful in that team. Loved me some Apothecary back in the day. But the level of champions that you can get now, it's a lot harder to take him into the mid game than it used to be. You know, obviously he falls off in the late game, but even in the mid game, I feel like he falls off. Did somebody at me? Oh, somebody did at me. Okay. Uh, you also have High Katoon is the other kicker, who's better. All right, hold on. I gotta scroll up and say... I'll share my champs on Discord. Have it just wrecked my 6 months playing time. Okay. Yeah, with how deep your roster is... So here's kind of what I'm saying, right? You have Armands. If you were to take, because you don't have Arbiter yet, if you were to take all the fastest gear on your account and put that on Armands, there is no way, and have accuracy, right? Great. It's like, yeah, make sure you don't forget that. There is no wave clear content that you cannot complete. I think for me, what I'm saying is how quickly, I mean, within the first month, Apothecary fell off. For me. Because I just went with a tankier style team. You know, I went with, like, you used UDK and said, okay, I'm going to take some hits, but we're not going to take any damage because I have big shields. And then, of course, now granted, I also had Deacon. So Deacon kind of does the same thing that Apothecary can do to an extent. Because this is a 30% swing. Yes, he only gives the team a 15%. Wait, no, what's... I keep thinking is he 30%? Yeah, no, he's 15% turn meter. So Deacon gives the same turn meter, right? But then also reduces the enemy turn meter, which is kind of a 30% swing, and also brings decreased defense after the extra turn. So the speed issue was never a problem for me on this account. So maybe this is just me being a little bit more mad at myself for a poor decision because I started the game with Deacon, right? I used superpowers, which is the code for Deacon. By the way, who was it that Peter? Use superpowers if you want Deacon to start. Don't forget that. Have a good one, John. So maybe I'm being a little biased to myself here. Oh yeah, you can get Sun Wukong to start now. Yeah, and the free legendary right now is terrible, so you'd be better off using the Monkey King code than going for Adolin. Although she's probably not bad for a starting account. All right, I'm gonna go look back at. I'm reading everything you guys are saying. I'm nodding my head to what you guys are saying. You have a good account. You have what's a Leneral do? Poisons and burns. Okay. You have a good team. You have a good roster. I think that with the depth of your roster, it's likely time to let Apothecary go. Maybe not, because you don't have any of the other champions that I have that make him useless, right? So you don't have Arbiter yet. You do have High Katoon. So High Katoon is just a better version. You get a speed or a lead instead of a defense lead, and that's all battles instead of only dungeons. You get the turn meter filled by 15% and the increased speed, but you can also decrease turn meter and a chance for decreased speed on the A1. So High Katoon does exactly what you get out of Apothecary, but with a better aura. Did I not see Gorgorob? Oh yeah, I see him right there. Okay. I always can't remember. Am I right? Yeah, here he is. Okay, so honestly, you should think about Gorgorob because he is a mini Arbiter. 15% turn meter fill and increase attack. And a speed or a lead in arena. I'm assuming he's saying that because of the heal and the aura lead. No, because it's only arena. So either the buff removal and the heal. Now I never got Gorgrab until really late on the main account. So I never had to worry about him. Ah, so his animations are faster? No, so no one's saying, I'm not saying you're wrong for using Apothecary. Apothecary is a powerful rare champion. You have no reason to defend your leveling of Apothecary. He is a great champion. What I'm saying is that at a certain point he really falls off. And I think what bothers me more about him too is that Fire Knight hard is a thing now. So if you don't have freeze, what he brings to the table doesn't matter. And you keep mentioning healing. My issue with him is that you keep mentioning his healing. It's a single target heal. You have a speed champion where you want to be going fast. You want to be going, I keep wanting to say fast as F, boy. But you're trying to go really fast, which is what you're building him for, right? Yes, he has a heal. Yes, it can crit. But you get to a point where you're not taking damage. You don't need healing, is what I'm saying. It's really hard to explain because you're probably not there yet. And it's going to sink in one day. You're going to wake up one day. You're going to play the game. And you're going to be like, I don't need this guy anymore. And you'll see. Because you're like Fire Knight is a great example. Oh, vodka. So you have on your roster. So you have Newt, you have Armands, and you have Cold Heart. So you're talking about this. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about right now. You're talking about using just watch. You have this team. You take out Allure and you put in Cold Heart. You have this team. Obviously, you don't have Deacon. So, maybe you put in... Maybe Arbiter is your Deacon here, I guess. But... Or not Arbiter, sorry. Apothecary is your Deacon here, I guess. But... So the only healing I have on this team, is Leech. That's what's bothering me. It's not about the speed and the A1. I get that. It's this concept that you need healing in Raid Shadow Legends in 2025. No, that's a cold heart right there. That cold heart. That if I had cold heart instead of allure right there, this boss is dead. Because she would have done the same turn meter reduce, but also took his entire HP pool away. So where did I need healing? You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying that there's a mindset. That was Fire Knight 20, yeah. Vodka. I don't care if it's slow. I don't care. I'm not min-maxing. I play other games, sir. I'm not saying that it's supposed to be fast. I'm saying I'm trying to help the freak evolve his thinking when it comes to this game because I did the same thing. I did the same thing where I held on to my apothecary for far too long on my main account. Remember, this main account, look, this main account is super stacked now. Um you know, super stacked now. But apothecary's on here. There he is, right there. He's still got gear on him. Mostly for faction wars for a while. Really slow. But I held on to him for way too long and didn't, because I didn't understand why he was good. I watched a video from a content creator that said, Apothecary, he's the best rare in the game. He brings speed, he brings heals, it's the only character in the game that brings a critical heal. You know, all these things, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's simple. I pulled him. I have to build him, and I built him, and he did those things for me. But then I didn't need it anymore. And I kept holding on to him and saying, oh, okay, well, I have to bring Apothecary because, you know, it's Apothecary. Meanwhile, I'm leaving other champions unleveled and on the floor that would have served me better had I known the difference. Because, like, you'll run into these situations where it's like, okay, well, I really want to put this champion in this team, but I don't want to remove this person, and I don't want to remove Apothecary. Coldheart Armand's Newt Apothecary. I don't understand why you're taking a hit in Fire Knight with that team. Let me look at his roster again, too, because I feel like there's still a better... Oh, I see why you're taking a hit. You're taking a hit on purpose because of the Giscard blessing. That makes sense. I don't think you need to, though, is kind of what I'm saying. And you might need a speed or a lead, and then you won't need to take a hit ever again. Who is your decreased defense champion on the account? Oh, Duke. Yeah. It's not. I'm just. I'm really caught. I guess the thing that I'm hung up on. If you're using apothecary because you need speed, he's the fastest speed lead that you have on. I'm gonna LOL. I'm gonna read your comment in just a second. So I'm gonna finish my thought. He is your fastest speed champion on your account. Like that's gonna give you increased speed and give you turn meter fill. Like that's he is the fastest on your account right now. But if you're you the argument that I have a problem with is that you keep saying that he's bringing you healing, and there are very few single target bosses. So the healing that he's bringing is so minor, so minuscule, and on the fights where you really need him, you'd rather be using his A1 anyways, right? Because you want to bring that shield down on Fire Knight. You don't want to waste a whole turn healing somebody up. You want that shield down so Newt and Coldheart and Armands can do their turn meter thing, right? That's the priority. So you're not even using that heal anyways. It's just, I don't care. Apothecary is great. He's a speed champion for you. Great. But I don't want you to have this mindset that he's a healer, because he's not. He's not bringing you healing. It's an illusion. You think he is because it's in his kit. And yes, he heals up a champion. He may heal them up 2 champions over the course of a round. But he is not bringing you the level of healing that you need to depend on. So he's a speed champion, and you need to look at him that way, because he is a weak speed champion compared to the other ones you're going to get. He's weak compared to High Khatun. He's weak compared to Gorgorab. He's weak compared to Arbiter when you get her. And that's what I want you to realize. It's just a mentality thing I want you to understand. Because you're going to say, well, I want a speed person, but Apothecary brings healing and this speed person doesn't. And that's gonna convince you to keep using Apothecary. On my main account, this is proof of how bad this is. On my main account, my High Khatun is still level 50. This was a mistake. I slept on High Khatun because I said exactly what I'm telling you right now. That's why I'm so adamant about this, because this was a mistake I made. I told myself, I don't need High Khatun. I have Apothecary. He's better. He brings healing. I was dumb. I was stupid. So it's just a thing. I just want you to think about it in those terms, because you don't understand how important speed is. I had all my champions were under 200 speed on my main account for the first year of my account. I'm not exaggerating. I never used a speed or a lead until I built my unkillable clan boss team. That is the God's honest truth. I was terrible at this game. I didn't understand. I basically got carried by an Ultimate Death Knight on every part of this game. I built Ultimate Death Knight in super high defense and just had him do things for me until I unlocked certain champions. Until I started having conversations with people in my clan, and they were like, why are you doing this, bud? All right. Enough about that. I'm not trying to pick on you. I truly am not. I'm just trying to help evolve that thinking because it's a very logical thing. Like it's not you're not wrong for thinking that. It makes sense. People take damage. I want to increase their life. Like it makes perfect sense. All right. LOL says, "Hi everyone. Hi Roadblock. I started playing Raid like 2 weeks ago, and I've been watching your free to play videos. Very helpful, by the way. Thank you. I really struggle to get food. Do you have any tips on how to get it?" Yes. Mystery shards. So if you ever watch my account, and you'll see this because I know I do it more in the early videos than I do now, I go into the marketplace or the market, and on both accounts. This is the main account. On the free to play account, whenever I see the red dot on the market, I go in here and I buy mystery shards. And every single day, when the quest, actually, I have the quest right now, don't I? Summon 3 champions. This is what I do every single day on both of my accounts. Mystery shards, I summon 10. Okay? So I summon 10 mystery shards. That completes that quest. And you're like, well, why 10? You only needed to do 3. Well, then I come in here, I go to upgrade level, and then I've got all these 1 stars, right? So I go through, I look at what I have the most brews. I have the most magic brews, so I take a magic, I put 1 brew into them, and three of the 1 stars. So now I have a 10 star. I upgrade their rank to a 2-star champion, and now I have another 2-star champion. But so that's how you get champions. And there's nothing saying that you can't take that that common champion and level that all the way up to a 5-star food. Nothing says you can't do that. It's also quicker. Yes, vodka. Absolutely right. I know how you are about being fast. You know what? There are some people in this world that are that finish things quickly. There are some people that take their time and they enjoy it and they bring joy to the other people that are involved in those acts. You know, I like to take my time. Um, you know, I don't like to finish fast. Uh, but yeah, there isn't anything saying. And then once you get to a point, you know what though? You may be faster, but Fire Knight leaves more satisfied when he plays with me. All right. Um. And then, so what you're gonna want to do, LOL, when I'll look in a second. Let me finish my thought here. When you're leveling, so eventually you'll get to brutal, but you really want to farm on the stage that's kind of the fastest and best for you as you're farming those champions. But you're just in campaign farming. You'll do 12-3, and you'll see I've got a 2-star, a 3-star, and a 4-star. Now this 3-star became a 4-star, and then I continued to level it up. So so what are you doing? You're just getting procs off of Fushan's A1? Your Fushan is just an absolute boss, and you're just getting procs off the A1 to do all the damage you need? You're gonna hate. The Fire Knight. You're gonna hate the build on my Fire Knight or my Fushan. This is actually a really good example for you. Oh, also, Freak. Let me look at your account a little bit more here. Man, if we get you one unkillable champion, you have all the makings of a roster here. I'm not saying it's a godly gear thing. I'm saying you're the only thing I'm trying to comprehend where the damage is coming from. My guess is that this is hitting very hard and you're getting a big percent chance to hit out of the Fushan. I'm going to be honest. It's a shame you didn't get Wixwell. I think making a Wixwell team is so much better than making an unkillable team, I feel like, these days. Because it's just so much easier. And, like, for example, my unkillable team, which I'm almost afraid to show you because I'm embarrassed about what Vodka's going to say about it, but my team failed today. So I had to do a second key. This team doesn't fail. Like, I don't have to worry about the speed tune coming out of sync. I don't have to worry about a random stun hitting the wrong target or any of those things. I can just put it in and it works. Obviously, I had to get it to work, but now there's no random event that will change it. But my team is not perfect here. And I know why it's not, but I can't figure out what's causing the why. And the why is because she gets stunned. And I'm sure Vodka's about to tell me why, but I just don't care. I think, because I don't know. It only happens. It's not a. Well, I use the Spirit Affinity DPS. So that it's her that gets the stun that causes the problem. I think. Yeah, mine will. So it only falls out of sync on Spirit Affinity, which is why I think. So there's some reason on Spirit Affinity that they don't try to stun the Fushan. And I cannot, for the life of me, think of what that would be. And I've done all the other things to try to mitigate the stun as far as masteries go. Like I have Eris in Steadfast because this is a buff, so it makes her less likely to get targeted. But for whatever reason, the clan boss will choose to stun Eris instead of Fushan, and I don't know why. And it's very rare, but there's a possibility of it happening all of the time because it'll fail at different turns. Like it failed today. The first one failed at 21 turns, and then the second one failed at 43 turns. But it was combined enough to get a 1 key. Or, sorry, combined enough to clear. I think here, and I'm gonna share this as my opinion again. And the hardest thing about building a killable ally protect team is there's fewer templates on it. Because I had the same struggles, and that's why I could never make more than a 3 key. Because of the like buff extending and things along those lines. It's like I don't the like 3-1 ratios and 2-1 ratios and hitting those speeds and stuff. So is it just a 1-to-1 team? Is that what you're saying? Is it a 1-to-1 ratio speed? So maybe that's what I was doing wrong all along with my previous teams, is that I was just too fast when I did my Skull Crusher and Taragi and all those different teams. Doesn't matter now, because I got Wixwell. What was my Skull Crusher? I can't tell you. All his gear's gone. But yeah, I got 220 on my Taragi. I never. So I had my team. I talked about this before, but I had Ultimate Death Knight, Mishinaki, Nethril, uh, Iron. No, what's his name? Longbeard and Apothecary. That was my clan boss team for a really long time. Yeah. Then eventually I upgraded. I took Apothecary out and I put in Rectordrath. And then, because Rectordrath is a healer. And then I took Rectordrath out and put Pythion in. That was the one thing I never did. I never put the whole team in lifesteal. So I always had to bring a healer. Which was kind of a mistake. A big part of it too is that my best champion for the longest time on the account was Deacon, and it's really hard to make those teams with a Deacon on it because he'll outrun the buffs. So. I cannot begin to explain how happy I am that I went for the Wixwell fusion because I was definitely on the bubble. I was on the fence about it. But I knew that I could because I skipped the previous fusion, so I had a lot of savings. So I knew that I could. And what sold me was Intercept, which ended up not being anything so far that's important. It could be the reason, Freak, but you need to understand one thing about the lifesteal set. Don't sacrifice your stats to make those sets work. To get enough gear for 5 champions to be in lifesteal, or however many you want to put, could take some time to get good pieces. So you got to keep that in mind. I was gonna be a real dick, but you're new. Welcome. I don't think I've seen your name before, Mondragon. So welcome to the stream. I was gonna be a dick though. I was gonna be like, "Aw, 200 million. That's cute," which is so mean. But yeah, mine does 300 on my free to play. But I'm not usually a dick like that. Cheap vodka put me in a mood. So don't judge me on your first time in the stream for my rudeness. You're running it with a rare, nice, yeah, yeah. What are you using? What's her name? I want to say she's a demon spawn. Uh, Hellborn. Oh, Valeria. Valerie. Honestly, I don't want to take over your account, if I'm being completely honest, because It's just gonna make me feel bad. I'm sorry, Freak. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make you jealous. I can do. Is there anything so because Ash does videos like this, right? Where he goes and he takes over like his editor's account or whatever, and he's like, "This guy's fully free to play, but check out all this stuff." But you're not free to play, right? Low spender. Okay. I definitely would like to see your account. I'd love to make a video about it or do it live on stream just to show people, this is what a good player looks like. I've done something for the first time in over a year where I didn't spend. I didn't buy. Oh, that's right. They moved it to daily and progression. I didn't buy the monthly pack. What's up, THC? Yeah, vodka. The first time when I was struggling with the Wixwell account, I posted in the Discord like, "Hey, I need you guys to get online." And by you guys, I totally meant vodka. Totally was like, "I need vodka to get on and tell me why my Wixwell team isn't working." And you did. You literally got on. You were like, "Your Godseeker's taking the stun. What are you talking about?" It's like, "No, she's not. She has intercept. She just got stunned." It was like, "Oh, okay. Hey, I think I know what's wrong." Because like I know that you'll see it. Because it's just that extra those extra eyes, you know. Tell you what. All right, let me. I have to go make lunch for the kids. Yeah, are you the person that commented that? Are you telling me were you because I saw a comment where somebody said Colred and someone else does takeovers on Tuesdays. Is the argument there that if I also did them on Tuesdays that people wouldn't watch me do it? Is that what you're concerned about? Or were you just saying it's a good idea, it's a good day to do it? I don't know what that meant. I don't do a lot of takeovers. I've done one in the last 2 months. To be completely honest, I am very. It gives me a bit of anxiety to do account takeovers, and because I have I'm not a extremely secure person, so I get very concerned when I do take like yesterday's takeover that I did. I was talking to somebody about their Baron and being like, "Don't build Baron with survivability. Don't do um you need your Baron to nuke. If your Baron is built with survivability, you're building him wrong." I said all these things and I recorded it and I was gonna put it in a video and I was like, someone's gonna come at me in the comments and be like, "No, you should build your Baron for survivability. He's too squishy. You need to have this much defense on him and this much HP." And yeah, I don't have the confidence, but I'm happy to do account takeovers because I can point out the obvious. Oh, your champions are too slow. You're running, you don't have enough crit rate. You don't have enough. You're using flat stat chests. You're using attack percent boots. You know, like I can point that stuff out. But I get very anxious that I'm going to take over an account and just be wrong. So that's why I get a lot of anxiety about it. But why do I do it at all then, right? Because how else am I gonna, like, from a growth point of view, from a streamer that's trying to grow his channel while also trying to support his family doing what he loves, which is streaming. Um well, thank you for joining me for the first live stream. I appreciate that. Um but from, like, I need to try to find ways to I know you are. I'm not. No, Vodka, you're totally fine. It there's a level of, so I was in the military, right? And you get to a point of comfort with people that are mean to you, and it's totally fine. Like, it's just that mentality. All my military friends, if I was to hop on on the Discord and be like, "Hey guys, I haven't talked to you in 2 years," they're gonna be like, "Get the hell out," and they don't mean it. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, "We don't care about you." And they totally do. It's just one of those. So I'm okay, Vodka. You can mess with me. We can joke. I don't get that way with you. It's the actual comment, like that first time comment guy that's like, "You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about." And it's like, I am an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm trying to make a living off of being an idiot and not knowing what I talk about. So, but pretending like I do. That's the problem, right? So that's kind of the thing where I get anxious about doing account takeovers because I don't want to potentially alienate some viewers. But it's also the only thing I can think of to incentivize people to become members. Why do I need to incentivize people to become members? Because it's the easiest way for me to make a living out of doing this. You know, I think I've already disclosed to you guys the whole reason that I'm able to do this. Childcare is so expensive, and I have both my son spends the summers with me, so he's here for the summer. So I have him and my daughter. They're over there in their bedroom right now playing. And it's actually more affordable for me to stay home with them than it would be to work a retail job and pay for childcare for the both of them. So my wife was like, "I would like you to stay home this summer with the kids." Her idea, didn't pitch this to her, didn't beg her for it. She came to me and said, "Hey, I want you to stay home with the kids." And I said, "Okay, done. I'm going to stream while I do it." She's like, "Okay, go ahead. That's fine." And so here we are, right? Now we're streaming. And, but, so it gives me an opportunity to test the waters. And I love it. Aside from the fact that I decided to stream early in the day and I have to wake up early, and that's why I stream didn't start till 9:30 today, because I couldn't get my ass out of bed. Aside from the time that I picked to stream, I love this. You guys, and look, this is the truth. This isn't, I feel like anytime people say this is the truth, I don't really feel like people would say this just to pander or anything like that. But the reality is, if not for Vodka and Freak and THC, I see you in here chatting with me, Nick, Pazerlex. If not for you guys being in here chatting with me, Icky's another one. If not for you guys, streaming sucks. I've done streaming multiple different times where I
There's a video, I might still be on my channel where, hey guys, I'm taking this serious. And I was going to be a full-time Twitch streamer. That was a plan. That was a plan many, many months, many years ago now. And I'll tell you exactly, I've talked about this before, but I'll tell you exactly what happened. I begged all my friends to watch me. I'll keep it short. They showed up, one stream, streamed to like 10 people, was super excited, most I ever streamed to. And then the very next day, I streamed to one person, and that was me, watching on my other monitor. And then the next day, one person. The next day, one person. The next day, one person. Like and that takes a toll mentally when you're like, I don't know that I can do this. I don't know that I can have conversations with myself over and over again, right? So you guys make this fun. And I'm going way over time right now because I do need to go make dinner or make lunch for the kids. But truly, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to you guys. And just hanging out with me and chatting with me is the best thing that you guys could do for me, both as a content creator and just in my like personal life. That's just this brings so much joy to me. It's so funny. I dread streaming some days. Like I'm like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go stream. And then the moment I get on and Vodka comes in and tells me I'm dumb, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm on cloud nine again. So, all right, guys. Uh, yeah. What's up, Shetland? And yes, it can be very demoralizing to stream to no viewers. You guys make this happen. Just 100%. Hanging out with me, chatting with me, you guys make it happen. Before I go, I'm going to announce this in my video that I make today, but my next stream, I will not stream tomorrow. We're doing stuff. But I will stream Saturday night, and I will open on the free-to-play. I'm going to open up all of the void shards here. On the free-to-play during a 2x event. So that'll be Saturday night. We'll do that Saturday night. We'll say, we'll call that Saturday night. I'll say 9:30 for that stream. Saturday night at 9:30. So I hope to see you guys there. Well, thank you for subscribing, BH. I really appreciate it. Truly, truly, I really do. You guys are awesome. And I'm going to get going. All right. Well, you have a good night's sleep, Vodka. All of you, thank you guys for hanging out with me today, rather. Really, really awesome. Yeah, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday night. I will open up the Void Shards live on my account. Any legendaries I pull will gift a membership in the chat. That's how Vodka got his membership. So, I'll do that for any legendaries I pull. You know what? Real quick, guys, before anybody leaves, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Because I need to gift. I didn't gift one. I can't do it from here. I have to go. Give me 1 second. I got to gift another membership. So you want to be here for that so you get the membership. Oh my God, Shane Gillis was on Hot Ones. I got to go watch that. Because I pulled a second legendary and I never gifted it, and I keep forgetting. So I need to gift another membership. Gifted it, and I keep forgetting before. There it is. Membership gifting. It wasn't. It was on camera. I pulled. I pulled on the account. If you guys remember I pulled. I don't know who got it. Hold on. Stuart Ridley, he already was a member. His membership expired and he got his back. Okay, cool. So I pulled we got what was it? We got Are they already in the vault? It wasn't on this account. It was on the main account. Cuz I pulled cuz we got Loriaka, right? And I gifted a membership for Loriaka. And then on the main account, I got somebody and I was really mad about it. Oh, Grohawk. It was Grohawk the Bloodied. Remember, I pulled Samar and Grohawk the Bloodied. Those were the two legendaries I got. So I gifted a membership, sorry, for Samar, but I didn't do one for Grohawk. That's what it was. That's what happened. Because I didn't spend any ancients on here. I might actually owe 2 more memberships, but either way, we're caught up on memberships now. So that was the important part. I remember being like, I gifted one, but not the second. No, I only gifted one to Vodka. That was the thing. I only did one to Vodka. I never did the second one. So now we're caught up. All right. You guys are about to have ads in 20 seconds. So go ahead and dip out now. Because I'm going to end the stream. But I'm going to wait until those ads run. Just saying. But yeah, things are going really good. Thank you guys. Thank you, Matt, for the good day wish. I hope you all have a good day as well. And I will see you all. It was fun. This is a blast. We'll definitely do some more account looks. We'll call them that. We'll not even say account takeovers because I'll definitely take a look at Vodka's account. I'll take a look. Somebody else told me I could take a look at their account. I think it was Icky. So I'm down to do that just to explore. Roast, maybe. Account roasts. That'd be fun. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all Saturday.